Welcome back. Still steady for the markets. Let's get in a view on the markets as well. Nitin Jain of Edelweiss Securities now joins in. Hi Nitin, thanks for joining us. Are you sensing more upside in the markets from current levels?
Very difficult to call, at least in the short term, because this move on Nifty has actually surprised everybody. And if you go a little in detail and see how this move has panned out, I think it's a very select set of stocks that have driven the entire rally. My sense is that maybe we have just, especially for the short term, might have just topped out. But as I've been talking earlier, I think this market still provides tremendous opportunities if you're looking at stocks rather than index, and if you have a slightly long-term horizon.
Okay. Talking about stocks, then what about private sector banks? They've been underperforming off late. Are you sensing an opportunity in them at current levels?
Actually, we've been very bullish on private sector banks for a very long time. But I think the action that has happened on the monetary side over the last 10-15 days, I think has kind of changed the scenario a little bit. If you see the yield curve, actually the yield curve has turned inwards. The slope has become the reverse, which means that the short-term rates have actually spiked up and the long-term rates are now below the short-term rates. This is never good for banking system. And I think for the next 5 to 6 months, actually, we have to be a little more cautious now in the banking space, particularly so in the wholesale banks. If you think about banks like Yes Bank, banks like IndusInd Bank, who depend a lot more on the wholesale borrowing. So from a short-term point of view, I think we have turned a little cautious on the banks, particularly these two banks. But still, I continue to believe if you have a 2 to 3 year horizon, this correction will give you good opportunities to buy these stocks and make a handsome return over the next couple of years.
Would it also make you cautious in a few of these NBFCs, something like an M&M Financial or a Bajaj Finance?
Actually not, because these NBFCs, not much has changed. And please understand that these companies actually have tremendous pricing power. So even if the rate of borrowing for them goes up around 1.5%, they are generally able to pass it through, unlike most banks. And hence their return ratios, and I don't think are going to suffer, at least for the next couple of years. Demand does not look like an issue. So I will continue to maintain my very bullish stance on retail NBFCs, and particularly amongst them, I think Bajaj Finance and Repco Home Finance.
Okay. Well, Nitin, can you give us some levels in L&T? Would you venture to buy it now? And what kind of gains are you seeing in that stock? What could be a stop loss?
Actually, L&T came out with results, and which has disappointed the street quite a lot, because the entire commentary even yesterday was very positive, and that was the same even in the last quarter. But the execution on the ground, I think, has been kind of a slight shock to the market, and hence I think market will take some time to recover from this. So from a short-term point of view, I think the stock will continue to be under pressure. At least people would want to see the next quarter results and see whether they come back on track or not. But again, as I said, 13.5, 14 times L&T forward, it's not a bad bet. Particularly if you have a slightly, again, as I've been talking, 2 to 3 year kind of a horizon.
All right, leave it at that, Nitin Jain. Thank you very much for joining us with your thoughts. All right, let's take a quick break. You will have to say that the market is holding on very, very bravely.